seasonal employee does not count in the, when you are asking the question, am I 50 or larger, you do not count seasonals. But once it's determined that you are over 50, then there is the obligation to provide insurance or pay penalties on those seasonals. Exactly the opposite of part-timers.
If they exceed that 120-day,
yes.
If the season exceeds that 120-day threshold.
Okay, great. Our next question, I wondered if you could please define the different measurement periods, as I have a lot of confusion on what each one represents.
Good question. There are a lot of different measurement periods. For the employer mandate, a lot of it is stated in terms of every month, unless you, for certain aspects, you go for the look back, in which case it's a year. Some of them are going to be evaluated over the span of a tax year. Some of them smaller periods than that. Do you want to get more specific?
Sure. As Bob mentioned, essentially your size will be determined on a monthly basis of a calendar year. The look-back period I described, you can take average hours to determine if someone is full-time. You can take average hours over a 3 to 12-month period in the past. And then if you determine that they are or are not a full-time employee, you have what's called a sustainability period that is the subsequent 6 to 12-month period. So the monthly look-back and sustainability will correspond. Unless you look back from 3 to 6 months, then it will just go directly to that 6-month stability period. I hope that clarifies something.
Yeah, and let me add, too, for your employees, there's a whole other set of twists that we haven't even begun to cover. If your employee's household income drops below a certain benchmark, depending on how big their family is, they cease being eligible for your insurance or any other private insurance and are required by the law to go on Medicaid, which is the government program for lower income. As the law is written, the employee is supposed to self-evaluate this once a month, and it has been noted that this could have the result in some industries where wages are rather up and down, rather variable, that some people could be on your policy and then off the next month and on and off and on and off, with discontinuity of their medical care as well, perhaps having to change doctors and whatever. This is going to be complex. Are employees actually going to do this self-evaluation? Good question.
Okay, great. Another one. What are the penalties for a large company if they choose to drop insurance and offer a defined contribution plan instead?
We'll say this: I think we've covered, if you choose to drop completely, it'll be $2,000 for a large employer. It'll be $2,000 per full-time employee minus 30 employees. If you want to offer a defined contribution plan, it may actually satisfy the minimum requirements. If it's a HRA, a Section 125 plan that meets that 60% actuarial value, because your contribution plus whatever the actuarial value of the plan is meets 60%